Here's a little experiment I did using Google Earth to fly through Bible lands. First thing I show is the area of Paul's second missionary journey coming up right here, and then I flip to Zambia and Malawi at the same height, altitude, to show the relative scale. Now I'm zooming into Antioch. You'll see, if you look real closely at the round circles and arrows in the top right, you'll see I'm using those to navigate. I tried using the flight simulator, but that was a little unstable and hard to use for me. So now I'm flying from Antioch over to Tarsus, and then I'll go through the Cilician Gates, which I imagine is where Paul went to get up to the Anatolian plateau and carry on to Derbe and Lystra and Iconium. So the first thing you want to do, if you want to try this, is to download the KMZ files that are read by Google Earth. You can find those in various places on the web. The first place to start is probably OpenInfo. Download those, double click on it, and it'll load up into Google Earth. Then turn off all the modern designations. Here I've turned on just the roads. You see yellow lines there because I'm trying to kind of follow the modern road going to the Cilician Gates. I had a problem. As I went up in altitude, I had to readjust and get myself higher. So I'd have to sort that out and maybe edit the video. Here we're zooming into the Cilician Gates, I think, the actual modern city called Cilician Gates. And then over there, right on the horizon, you see the actual Cilician Gates, at least I think they are. And now I had to readjust again, and we're going to kind of fly through the Cilician Gates, albeit at 1.5 kilometers in the air. But I think it's pretty neat and gives an idea of the terrain that Paul and Silas went through as they came up through the Taurus Mountains and then came out in a moment on the Anatolian plateau. I've clicked on the cities of Paul's journeys and on a road map that one of the KMZ files gave for Paul's journey. Now it wasn't very accurate, it was very general, like he basically has Paul going, you see the blue line there, that's supposedly Paul's journey, but he had Paul going straight from Antioch right over the mountains to Derbe. You see right there. You can see I had a little problem with showing the place names big enough to really show up. So there we had Derbe and Iconium. Here's Syrian Antioch, Pisidian Antioch, and then we're flying through to Troas. And from Troas, going over to Samothrace, over there where we take a turn. I had forgotten to turn on the name for Samothrace, so we won't see a name there, but that's the little island of Samothrace. And then we'll fly over to Neapolis and nearby Philippi and go through the rest of the journey. I'll skip ahead in the journey a little bit to show you another kind of feature that you can do. Okay, now we'll just super speed zoom through the journey from Philippi all the way to Ephesus. So we're going through Thessalonica and then to Athens and Corinth and over to Ephesus. What I did was take a screenshot as I did this, a video screenshot, and then I sped up the flight and edited out a few things. So here we're at Ephesus, and then we're going to zoom up to show the whole area. Here we're heading southwest away from Ephesus towards Rhodes, and then I'm going to zoom up and show the whole area of Paul's second missionary journey. It's not oriented to the north, so I'll spin around there and overview the whole journey, the blue line there. So that's my experiment. Let me know if you have any advice or questions, or if you have any links to other Google Earth Bible Land files.